Hey there, Pisces Sun, Pisces Moon, Pisces Rising. Welcome to your reading. Okay, so Neptune's showing up, and Capricorn. So I just want to, for a moment, encourage you to think about the fact that you just had this big, huge eclipse in your sign. It was conjunct the North Node. And so that's why we got the eclipse. And the North Node's getting ready to move into your sign in January. And so this eclipse was about you clearing space. You creating space for something new in your life to come in. And it is going to be something that is a process. Some stuff may have happened, like all of a sudden. But mostly, if you will just consciously allow yourself to create this space, when that North Node moves into your sign, that is a perfect time to really get some stuff going in your life, because as I said, during Capricorn season, that's when the North Node is going to move into your sign. We have the 8th house of transformation showing up here. So 8th house could be debts that need to be straightened out, releasing, getting yourself out of credit card debt or money that you owe people. It could be receiving an inheritance. 8th house is other people's money, so it could come either way. It could be about getting your own stuff in order regarding whether or not, a will or something like that, right? Or even maybe power of attorney, or a medical situation where you're like, yeah, no, don't resuscitate or whatever, right? So you have something big that is concluding. Some of it is happening suddenly, and I'm guessing that you're going to have a big layer of stuff that happens now, based on what I'm seeing in these cards. But also, this is going to be a process, but it's there to support you so that you can move things forward next year. And next year has a lot of rocky energy to it. So the more you get yourself into alignment with this energy, Pisces rules the 12th house of spirituality. It rules endings. It rules the house of imprisonment and enemies. So these are things where you can be wrapping up some cycles and releasing yourself. So this imprisonment could be literal, but a lot of times we imprison ourselves in our emotional situation, and it holds us back, right? So where can you find the key to set yourself free? And so your overall energy here is the Wheel of Fortune, right? Things are changing. So this Capricorn energy is important because Saturn is in your sign and it rules Capricorn. And when I look at that, I don't know how much of this has to do with Capricorn as it has to do with Saturn. But there's only one dice that can show up. So with a planet in it, and we got that one. Pisces, your ruling planet, which is also in your sign. Now, right now, your co-ruling planet is Jupiter, and Jupiter's in Gemini, and Gemini is squaring Saturn on and off through this transitional part. So it's really about feeling the urge to make the change, feeling the urge, the necessity to get something moving in your life. So let's take a look at what they're saying here. So the Wheel of Fortune, things are changing. Things are transitioning, things are moving, right? They really are. The modern ruler of the 8th house is Pluto, and Pluto's in Capricorn right now. And so that energy also is assisting you in making these changes. So this Wheel of Fortune, things are churning, things are changing. The key to the situation is we have the Three of Swords. And so the thing about the Three of Swords is something hurts, something doesn't work and it hurts, right? But where it hurts really is actually mentally, because it's swords. It's our mental energy that when we keep thinking about it and going over, it's almost like we're stabbing our own heart. And this is an opportunity to let something go, stop feeling the pain about a situation that cannot be resolved, right? That is so hard. That is so hard to actually say, okay, you know what? I'm going to move into the energy of acceptance. This thing doesn't work. This thing hasn't worked. This thing is broken. This thing, whatever, it does not serve who I want to be, what I want to be, what I want to do, what I want to create, what I want to manifest in my life moving forward. And so it's sad. It is sad, but it needs to go. It has to go. And so the thing about the Three of Swords is you can, through your careful intention, add a fourth sword, right? The fourth sword being the Four of Swords, which is about resting, meditating, relaxing, sleeping, letting it go, finding the peace. And so when we are talking about this eclipse, this was about healing ourselves and nurturing others through the transformational energy of releasing the anger and the resentment and the hurt and also the guilt. Because I think Pisces takes on a lot of guilt that isn't necessarily theirs. And so can you release that and let that go? And so this is how you're going to get this Wheel of Fortune turning. Is actually literally having a very clear intention, an Ace of Swords, which is not here, but it's possible. Everything is always possible. It is up to you to decide that this is the direction you want to go in. Because right now, Neptune in your sign is moving in retrograde, and Neptune in your sign moving retrograde is about clarity. And Ace of Swords is clarity, you deciding, this is what I'm going to transform in my life. Because here, in the area of transformation, you have the Chariot. And if you're looking for a sword in this deck, in this layout that you have right now, look at that unicorn. That is the sword. That is the thing. That's the magic wand that points to the future. That's the magic, right? And unicorns are about assistance, moving us forward. Usually in the Chariot, you have two things showing up, right? Getting in alignment with our will and our drive. But here, this is simply choosing to be the magic in your life through your thought, through your determination, through your vision for the future. And knowing that Spirit will carry you forward. The magic of the unicorn. So here we have, in what you've been thinking about, the Seven of Pentacles. This is the understanding that not everything's been growing the way you want it to go. Not everything is. Some things are worth nurturing, and some things are worth pruning. This is the card of pruning. This is the perfect card to be about this eclipse. This is about cutting out in order to allow new growth to happen. This is a total perfect metaphor for what is going on with Pisces, with the North Node getting ready to move in your sign, and this eclipse starting your season of the North Node in your sign with this pre ramp up energy of, hey, go clear stuff out. So clear out a closet just to help you get ready to release things. That might help you do that. Like anywhere where you've been thinking, I need to get rid of this, whether it is a physical item, an emotional item. An emotional item, by that I mean negative self-talk, being down on yourself, or expecting that others should appreciate you more, but they just freaking don't. And let go of that expectation. Just let them do what they're going to do. It doesn't stop the value of what you've given to that situation, right? You are who you are, and you've done what you've done, and you just own it. Own it for the good, and own it for where you take responsibility. Saturn in your sign says, yeah, take responsibility for what you've done, but don't burden yourself with excessive guilt over it. Because here in the heart space, we have the card of judgment. And so I feel like you're either judging yourself, maybe more harshly than you should. And Saturn being in retrograde in your sign is definitely saying that, hey, look, let's go back and look at that again. Like, how much of that was actually your responsibility? Great, let's accept responsibility for that. Make amends where you can. But mostly, was it really all your responsibility? And you can't expect other people to make amends. That's a decision that other people have to make for themselves. But what you can do is accept that this is what the situation is and not judge people for where they are on their journey. They may just not be capable. So here in the area of what is causing an obstacle that needs to be overcome, it's the Seven of Swords. To me, the Seven of Swords is strategy. It's thinking outside the box. This is actually a card that shows up in the middle of Aquarius season when you're looking at the whole zodiacal reel. And having an Aquarius that was actually born right where the Seven of Swords lands, I can tell you it is major out-of-the-box thinking. This is an opportunity to look at a situation it was funny because it came out reversed, and I don't read reversals, but there was something about it that makes me, and if you notice, some of them are upright and some of them are, it doesn't matter, right? And so it's like, can you look at this, whatever this is going on in your life, from a new and different angle? Because it isn't doing that. Oh, look at this. Now we got this flow back and forth, right? And so this is out of the box thinking. It's a new perspective. It's very much feels like the hangman energy sitting here. It's like you've been looking at things one way. Can you look at them another? Because I think if you can change your perspective, you get that energy moving. I think that's really important, because here the action to take, again, a swords. For a water sign, you have an awful lot of swords showing up here, right? And so this is the Knight of Swords. It is to take thoughtful action, right? The Knight of Swords is not known to be thoughtful, right? But when I see the way you transform the situation with this very pointed, following your intuition, moving forward energy, maybe thoughtful isn't the way I want to put that. Mindfully moving forward, mindfully. So the mind is actually in the heart space. That is where we connect with our higher self, and there's more brain cells. Well, not more brain cells. There's more electro brain activity that comes from the heart. It has 40,000 brain cells than all of the brain cells in your brain. This is a space where everybody should be making decisions, but particularly water signs. When you really connect in with your heart, that is your superpower. So moving yourself forward, definitely. Here we go, right? That guy's getting ready to launch off there, Knight of Swords. He's getting ready to take off. But it is by following your intuition and knowing that you're not taking this journey alone. And this is how you're going to move through this situation that you have going on here that's requiring this change, this big transformation that is happening, right? And so in the area of resources, we have the Five of Pentacles. And the Five of Pentacles says that you feel left out, left behind. Now, this could be emotionally, financially, it could be in knowledge, right? Because a resource to me is the knowledge and the wisdom that you have. Is there something that you need to learn a little bit more about so that you can feel like you understand what's going on? If so, that's what you should be seeking. But the Five of Pentacles, when this card shows up, it says to me that you are living in an area where you feel there's lack, like either you're lacking something. But with focus, you can change that, right? You can create abundance. If you are focusing on lack, then you are going to have more opportunities to experience lack. So instead, when this card shows up, it's about looking at where and how you can create more abundance. How can you add another pentacle? Just one more. Let's just add one more, right? And one of the ways you do it to get to the Six of Pentacles, right, is you have the Seven of Pentacles. It's to prune something out to create growth. So maybe the way, say your time is the resource that you feel the lack in, because I know that as a Pisces moon, that is the thing, that is the area that I feel really stressed about right now is time, right? And so how can you prune something out of your life to create growth opportunities for the places that you want to spend more time on, maybe on relationships or developing something or whatever it is, right? Where can you best utilize your energy in a way that allows for more growth overall? And also at the Six of Pentacles, we have a lot of reciprocity, a lot of give and take, and things come back into balance. And so there is an opportunity here for you by cutting out one of these things, pruning something back that will allow the resource, it's really a transferring of resources, right? Transferring, I'm spending less of my energy on this thing, I'm feeling guilty, feeling bad, overspending my money, overspending my time, whatever. I'm going to cut something out, which will promote growth in the area that I want it to, because things will always come back into balance if you allow them to. In the heart space, you have the Hierophant. I love this. Listen to the mind. Your intuition is trying to talk to you. Your higher self is trying to talk to you. And look at that big old full moon there from that eclipse. A lot of wisdom and knowledge was being downloaded at that time, particularly for you, Pisces. And it's in your subconscious, and so it's a matter of listening to your heart to bring it forward. And so you are definitely at a cyclical change. Things are ending for new things to begin, right? That's what an eclipse does, especially when it is in your sign. right? And so here we have the Wheel of Fortune, and then the card going out is the World. Look at all that wisdom and knowledge, right? So consider, what have you learned over the last 9 years? And why do I say 9 years? Because 9 years ago, maybe 10 years ago, I would have to look at the calendar. The South Node was in your sign, where you began this process of shifting and changing and releasing and letting things go over this past decade, right? And so that you could start moving forward when we get to next year. And so part of this is wrap it up, right? 12th house, wrap it up. 8th house of transformation, move things forward, right? Let's do this. Let's make this transition. Let's make this change. Let's move ourselves in the direction we want to go. Again, an owl showing up. There looks like this owl, right? Look at this. Look at that. Is that not cool? Okay, so the wisdom and the messages of the divine are within you, right? Things were downloaded into you. What you need to know, you already have it inside of you. And by taking this Three of Swords and adding more rest and meditation and calming the mind, you will allow it to come forward so that you can access it. And we have the chickadee. Oh God, I love chickadees. The time is right to release old patterns. Man, you can't make this stuff up. I mean, I guess I could, but it really wouldn't be any fun. Time is right to release old patterns and energies. You are ready to embrace change. No kidding. The Wheel of Fortune and the World card, you are so ready for this opportunity that is being presented to you. All you have to do is let something go. Let go. And with Pisces, I always feel like it's, look first at what you're feeling guilty about that's weighing you down and making you feel bad, right? And then look at how you spend your time, because Pisces gives and gives to others, but forgets to give to themselves. And then really, this is one of those things where you want to put your oxygen mask on first before you assist others near you. So how can you create more time and space and energy for you and emotional balance? And so start with forgiving yourself for anything that you think you didn't do right, in order to create opportunity for something new to come forward. All right, this is fascinating. There's a story being told here. So here we go. The strategy, right? Look at it from a new perspective, because something that you're trying to do isn't working for a reason. It's the incorrect, it's not appropriate for you. It doesn't mean it's wrong. It's just not the thing that's going to work for you. Be willing to change that perspective, because here we have fate has blocked this path for you. So when one door doesn't open, go try another one. Don't be banging on the door that doesn't open. Try something new. Be willing to make changes, and Neptune in your sign, and it won't be there much longer, as an opportunity for you to try out new things, to expand ideas, and to see what else is available to you. And Jupiter, your co-ruling planet, right? Jupiter is over there in Gemini. It squares your energy, so you feel it. You feel it, like you feel this pressure. But in Gemini, it's like, hey, let's try this. Oh, what about this idea? Hey, have you thought about this? Right? So there's this opportunity here for you to really try some things to see what sticks, right? And then the next card that came was Imagination Clouds Your Judgment. That Neptune, right? And Neptune says, oh, there's so many opportunities here. But Saturn in your sign says, yeah, but every dream, that's the imagination, needs a plan, the Seven of Swords strategy, to become a goal, to become reality. And so here's your chance, right? To focus your energy, right? Your imagination is amazing, right? You really have a great imagination. But if we spend our time imagining and dreaming, but not also taking action and doing, the Chariot, following the dream by taking action, it just stays a dream. And I want so much more for you. I want success. So here you are. Boss up. we have the King. The King says authority and diplomacy. This isn't running roughshod over other people. You've got the Unicorn. This is magical energy. This is moving forward toward your dreams and your goals with a kindness, but learning that no is a complete sentence. Because if you're giving all your time and energy to everything that's going on around you, and everybody wants your time and attention because they're used to Pisces showing up for them, but if you're showing up for everyone else, are you showing up for yourself? So it's time for you to take control and be the authority in your own life. Where you start with Saturn in your sign, he's the time lord. He manages his own time. He manages our time too. But when he's in your sign, he's teaching you to take calendar control. Control your calendar. Find your way forward. Oh my God, the ladder of success. That almost never comes out. Okay, I think I've had that come out one other time, and I don't remember who it was for, and that was a different series of readings. Here we've got, look at this. This is a dragonfly, but it's a majorly big dragonfly. The dragonfly is about spiritual transformation. Everything you need to know is inside of you, and you are ready to go. We have the dragon. Oh my God, we're in the year of the dragon. This dragon is about, this dragon, oh my God, I actually have this dragon. I'll show you this dragon. I have it in a bigger one because I use this as a necklace. This dragon is protection. This dragon is fighting for what it is protecting. You are being safely guided and protected at this time toward your dreams and your goals. You can't make this up. I told you that Capricorn was about Saturn. Here's Saturn. This is about Saturn being in your sign. This is about your opportunity to use that to create structure and foundation around your dreams and your goals. And then we got the Rocket Man. You're going to take off. But right now, your job is to understand that what's not working needs to be removed, right? Fate has blocked that path for you. Why? Because there's something better on offer, right? So we're going to let go of the things that are not working. We may have to rework a plan. If it's really the dream we want, it might not be that you have to let go of the dream, but the way, the path toward it, the way forward for it, right? The time is right to release old patterns and energies. You're ready to embrace change. Old patterns, if what you're doing isn't working, right? We all know that to get things to change, we have to change. And the only person we can ever change is ourselves. So I love this reading so much for you, Pisces. I'm on Facebook every day. I just started the new channel. That link is in the description box below. I get way more into the astrology, although I kind of went deep today. And one other thing. Oh, I am open for personal readings, right? So that link is also in the description box below. You guys take really good care of yourself. I'm very excited about this energy for Pisces and what's going to transpire for Pisces over the next 2 years. So start now. Do not delay, right? Knight of Swords says start now. Do not delay. The Chariot says start now. Do not delay. All right, guys. I'll talk to you again soon.